My people, my people. So it's me, Tenia Hoskins, and I wanted to bring you a song story about Believe. My second single, Believe, is out right now, and Believe is really special to me. I wrote this song about a month after one of my cousins tragically died in a car crash. My cousin Chris passed away December 26, 2019. The day after Christmas. You know, a day where typically you're with family, you know, eating cookies, drinking coffee, cocoa, watching Home Alone, Christmas music, just relaxing. And I woke up about 6:30 in the morning to the message about my cousin being gone. So in the middle of January, I was really having a very hard time processing the fact that my cousin, who's always been around, that he's gone. In the middle of that, in mid-January, I had just started learning how to produce my own music on my own. And I had made the decision that I wanted to really give this music one more try for this year, you know. But it was crazy because it was like the timing, in my opinion, was horrible. You know, I'm grieving, I'm sad, my family is sad, and it's like, how in the world am I gonna pull this off? And so I began praying, and really praying, not so much just because I was so sad, but just I wanted to know what God wanted to say in the middle of the chaos, in the middle of the storm that I was walking through, that my family was walking through. I'm like, God, what do you want to say? Because I know that you want to say something. I've just adopted that into my thinking. When something goes wrong, I'm like, I need some time. I need to go pray. I need to go seek the Lord. And so I just began asking, you know, tell me how to process this. What would you have me say? Even though I was really nervous about songs that I was in the beginning of producing, I didn't want to lose that moment. So I began praying and reading the Bible, because that's still important to do in 2020. Read your Bible and pray, you know. There were several scriptures that came to mind, and a lot of them were talking about believing and then being free. Who the Son sets free is free indeed, right? But we have to believe, you know. And so I was trying to piece it all together, and then I just said, you know, I just want to play with this track that I had created. So I pressed play, and again, a lot of my songs are they're freestyles. You know, they start out as a freestyle. I like to kind of loop the layers and let it loop and let it loop and let it loop until I could kind of get it in my spirit. And then I'll freestyle it. And then I'll go back and I'll piece everything together. But just at this stage, I love freestyling and just going for it, you know. So I let the song loop, and, you know, the first line, you said that I could be free if only I just believe. If I believe in my heart, believe in my mind, everything it would be alright. 'Cause you make it true. And then the rest of the song, it just literally in that setting, it all flowed out. And it was a beautiful moment, you know. I cried afterwards because I felt like it was such a release. And even when I listen to it now, I get chills. Not because of, you know, because I'm like so great or anything, but just I get chills because I'm just like thankful. I'm thankful that God still speaks and God still listens to all of us if we just ask and if we just seek Him, you know, every day. That's why I love praying and seeking the Lord and reading the Word. I don't feel like it's a trend. I got saved when I was about 15 years old. And of course, during that time, I've messed up and I've done all kind of crazy stuff. But the beauty is that God has always been there, even when I slipped, even when I was sinning, even when I was just being wild and doing what I thought was the best thing to do for my life. So at this point in my life, I know the importance of seeking the Lord in everything that I do. So when I listen to Believe and I listen to the lyrics, I'm overwhelmed because God cares that much to impart wisdom for our hardest seasons in life. And we just have to take a moment and seek Him. So my desire for you is that when you listen to Believe, you would be encouraged. If you are in a rough season, if it's a rough couple of months, it's been a rough couple of years for you. And I know how that is because I've had seasons where it's been years that I was waiting for a breakthrough, but I never gave up. So when you listen to Believe, it's my desire and it's my hope and it's my prayer that you would find peace and that you would be reassured that, you know, you're not the only one that's going through something. There's a part in the song that says, "And this pain in my chest," that's speaking about anxiety. I'm a wife, I have 3 children, and there's a level of anxiety that I have never had before until my children started growing up, until my husband and I started adding years to our marriage. And, you know, I'm looking like, wow, okay, we've been married for 15 years and our kids are growing up. And there's like this level of, ooh, this is a lot. You know, how can I keep everybody safe and healthy so that we have long lives together? And insert, boom, anxiety, you know, like all up in the mix, you know what I'm saying? So when I speak about in this pain in my chest and this headache and stress, that's real. I do have these pains that I get when I'm too stressed or when anxiety just, you know, pops in. So if you're somebody that is dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with depression, you're dealing with stress, please know that you are not alone. I promise you, you are not alone, especially in this pandemic. There's so many people that are having mental health crisis, you know, mental health issues, and they've never had them before. So when you listen to Believe, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to listen. And I want you to just know that when I wrote this song, I was in the middle of grief and honestly despair, you know, because I couldn't understand why my cousin was just instantly gone. So I was right there. I was in that moment, and I'm so thankful that God still speaks. So that's my song story. I'm a firm believer in praying, meditating on the Word, and then producing my music and then producing my songs. And I feel like you may start to, you know, get used to that. So if you have downloaded Believe, thank you so much. If you've streamed it, if you've shared it, if you have posted it, if you have played it, thank you. Journey to releasing music has been so exciting and so thrilling. And I'm so thankful that it's happening at this time in my life. I have no regrets. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who has listened to Believe. Thanks to G.A. Brown, who is the awesome, I call him magical engineer who makes my songs sound like butter. Thank you so much. This is single number 2. Please stay tuned because there is so much more coming from me. Don't forget, Believe. You can head to tinspiration.com and you can learn more about me. You can learn about my website. You can learn about my vision for my business. There's some cool merch. If you like this hoodie, I have a Tinspiration shop and I have a few things there that you can collect. Everything that you purchase goes to help me continue recording and producing my music. Leave me some comments, please. I love your feedback. I love talking to you guys. Thanks so much. And I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.